Good evening. My name is Joshua Carson. I'm a doctoral student from California Intercontinental University, and today we'll be conducting chi-square test of independence. In this first regression, we'll be discussing the certain types of topics. Can we predict the individual's debit by knowing their income? As we can see in the first hypothesis, the first category variable is debit. The second category variable is income. As we can see within the result of the data in the PSPP is shown on the right. We can see that our hypothesis there is no relationship between debit and income. The alternative is there is a relationship between debit and income. The rejection rule, we reject the null when p-value is less than alpha and where alpha is equal to 0.05. If the rule is rejected, then Cramer's V will be followed. In our findings, we see the chi-square value is 21,900 with 21,754 degree of freedom. The p-value is 0.341, which resulting in the p is greater than 0.05, or the p-value is greater than alpha. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis. Hence, there is no relationship between debit and income. In our second regression test, we see where is savings versus income. Hypothesis test. The first categorical variable is savings. The second category variable is income. Resulting of the test PSPP is shown to the right. We see in our hypothesis there is no relationship between savings and income. The alternative is that there is a relationship between savings and the income, which results in our rejection rule. We reject the null when p is less than alpha, where alpha is equal to 0.05. If the rule is rejected, then Cramer's V will be followed, resulting in our findings. The following screenshot gives the result of the chi-square test for savings and income. The p-value below is 0.239 and is greater than alpha p-value greater than 0.05. Hence, we accept the null hypothesis. There is no relationship between savings and income. As we go into our third regression chi-test, stocks and savings, can we predict the individual's portfolio value by knowing their savings? In our first hypothesis test, the first category variable is stocks. The second category variable is savings. The results of the test of the PCP is shown in the following right. As you can see, that's the clerical data. Our hypothesis: there is no relationship between stocks and savings. The alternative: there is a relationship between stocks and the savings. Rejection rule: we reject the null when p value is less than alpha, where alpha is equal to 0.05. If the rule is rejected, then Cramer's V will be followed. We see our results in the following screenshot. The results of chi-square test for stocks and savings. The p-value below is greater than the alpha. The p is greater than 0.05. Hence, we reject the null hypothesis. We see there's no relationship between stocks and savings. So what are the takeaways from this analysis? From the chi-test above to measure relationship, we see there's no relationship between the following variables: debit and income, savings and income, and stock and savings. All variables are therefore independent and as confirmed by the chi-test. Thank you.